Today we have a dry aged ribeye,
Okay.
and then we're going to have a bacon roll, and then mashed potatoes. So couple just very classic, natural elements in that plate, but just a little bit tips on that flavors that we can just add that little like cushions on that mashed potatoes. So I'm going to show you that trick. A little bit of creams, a bit of element that you can infuse in the meal. So you need to arm yourself with shallot, garlic. Very important also here, and I will re-say it after. We get the romarin, rosemary, thyme, and then we have the sage.
So these are very important for the flavor of
For the flavors, yeah, of the meat when you're gonna sear. We have that beautiful ribeye. We want to make sure it's also like at least like out of the fridge 20 minutes before that.
Okay.
That's the least. I like it a little bit.
Start with salt.
Longer. Start with salt on each side.
Of course.
And we want to put a little bit more because that, my friends, is going to be almost out by the time the steak is cooked. Here on the ribeye, I want to get a crust, but the black pepper can burn. So you want to also like just moderate that black peppers, and I'm just going to put nice little turn each side. So beautiful. Very important to talk about potatoes. And here we have the Yukon Gold potatoes, also called butterfine potatoes. So here is like we're trying to get cold waters, because if we're not doing cold waters, it's gonna cook on the outside and not the inside. It's always better to dice it, because that way it's gonna be uniform in the cooking. And here I'm going to place my cream. We don't want to draw our mashed potatoes. I got 2 potatoes.
This is on high heat or low heat?
This is on medium heat, technically.
Medium.
Don't want to burn the creams, and I'm going to add my elements that I want to have the flavors in. So I'm going to add some thyme. Particular creams are definitely at least 35% fat, so I will say like heavy whipped cream.
Okay. And you say you prefer fresh garlic, right, versus the one that comes pre-peeled?
Yes, if you can. It's always the better. Here you don't have to also worry about like if there is a little skin on it, because we're gonna strain that.
Okay.
And right now, we can even get some advance, get some butter.
With the butter. The Amish butter is what you use and you
Amish
prefer.
butter.
Why do you like that butter?
Because it's culture.
Okay.
It's not wheat butter. We're going to add some flavors to those beans. So we have tarragon and we have parsley. We're going to
blend them.
So we have olive oil.
Okay.
Little salt. Just a tiny bit. Remember, we're going to have that bacon going.
Which is going to be salty.
Yes. I'm going to add that beautiful olive oil to that mix. And just gonna flavors our green bean.
So by the way, this is already cooked, like he said. Boiled it, then he
Correct.
Cold water, drained that, and it's been sitting. And now you're putting this on top for the flavor.
Correct, for the flavors. I'm gonna give it a little turn.
Okay, this is how you elevate, because we could just be having green beans and be lame, or you could bacon wrap it. Sushi bacon.
Sushi, sashimi. We can do the bacon on top just.
There you go.
Voila.
Okay. What are we getting ready to start making now?
A mushroom.
Mushrooms.
So the mushrooms, we have
What type
just
of
regular
mushrooms
mushroom.
are
Champignon Paris.
these? Okay.
And then
I don't know why I asked. I don't know what type of mushrooms those are.
well, you can get portobello too.
Okay. They're fun, guys.
They are fun, guys. So we're going to make a cream. Technically, almost like a cream.
So this is brown. The butter is browning very quickly because it's so high heat, but that's okay.
Yes, that's okay. We want to get that coloration. Want to make sure it's roti. And we're going to add
Cream.
Cream. We're going to mix that sauce.
Okay.
So I want to call
Puree
it cream.
it.
Slowly.
If you don't have one of these fancy machines, you can just throw it in a blender, yeah?
Yeah. It actually would be safer on a small quantity.
Safer.
because you're not making it for the entire street.
Yeah.
We're going to
Throw.
manage those in the oven.
Okay, how long are those cooking for?
They're going, so we're gonna want to send them directly on the plate when they're done.
Okay.
So we're gonna want to keep an eye on it.
This is how you tell when the potatoes are ready.
Yes.
You pick a piece, and you can smush it. There you go.
Voila.
We're ready. Voila.
No, here we're going to make the mashed potatoes.
Okay.
So we're gonna want to strain our potatoes and get the nectars right on top.
So now we are straining this into.
Yes. So we're straining that creams we boil a second time.
So you boiled it again to just bring back that flavor.
Yes, to try to get the most. Here I'm going to mash it. So big secret on the mashed potatoes, we don't want to mix it. We don't want to put it in the blenders. I want to stay away from that here because it's going to definitely make it gummy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to use that whisk.
And take your time.
Yes. I can do it on a bigger quantity. I can also like just use the strainers and then pass it to the strainers with a bowl scrappers.
Okay.
Because that can take a lot of energies if you make a dinner for 10.
For 10, yeah, this would be a lot.
Here.
Dinner for 2 or 1.
Definitely need salt. I know already.
Definitely needs salt. Nice consistency.
And you see the flavor?
I taste all of the flavors that we worked so hard on.
Here I have olive oil. I'm gonna stay very much
extra virgin.
extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to have a dry pan, very hot. Don't want to put our hand in it, but we know it's hot. Then we're going to add that oil just on both sides.
Okay, not in the pan or not yet?
Not in the pan, just on the steak, because we want to get that crust going. Remember that steak also ribeye haven't been in the fridge over, like we left it, outside to make sure that it get that
flavor.
May gonna want to also like it could splash.
Stand back.
No, I don't. In case you see the smoke here, that's what we.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
We're on the sear. So what we're looking at, we're looking to get a color. We're not gonna look to fully cook it right now.
Right.
We're gonna bass it in the second time. What we're gonna looking at, we're gonna looking for medium in 130. Medium rare. 130, 135. And here we're gonna let it rest to bass it.
Just a little bit of butter.
Just a little bit of butter. We're going to add the herbs.
Okay.
And I want to separate it, and I'll explain you why. Because those gonna really cook down so much that they're not gonna get much flavors by the end.
This is where it's really gonna get in there.
Yes.
And keep putting the butter back onto it.
Yes, and you see the herbs?
Yeah.
I place the herbs right on top. That nectar, acar butter, right on top. Ribeye is at 135. We take it off. We're gonna let it rest right here.
Oh.
And we're gonna butterfly it.
So you flipped it because you said that helps with the flavor too.
No, it helped because of the heat.
The heat.
And making sure that the heat is on the same. And here,
Ooh, like Salt Bay.
a little bit, Salt Bay, French Bay.
French Bay.
Presentation wise.
Beautiful. Your kid's favorite part of the meal.
Yes. Voila. Place the sauce first.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my goodness, it looks amazing.
So here we're on 135. I like 130.
Beautiful.
So here we set up all our sauce, and then we place the ribeye on top, our little sushi, and then we're going to finish on our mashed potatoes for the finished product. Just grate it.
Fromage. We love
fromage,
cheese.
fresh grated Parmigiano on top of the mashed potatoes. You get a dinner for two.
A dinner for two.
Or for one, we eat one.
Or just for me. Beautiful execution. For anyone that's like me and is like, how am I possibly going to make this myself? That's okay, they can have you. You can come and make them for you. How can they get in contact?
They can get in contact through our website, www.camilleprivatechef.com, and they can find me also on Eventbrite if you want to get cooking classes or baking classes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. This looks amazing. We'll also have all the information over on our website.
Thank you and bon appétit. Ciao,
Bon
bonsoir.
appetit. I hope you're feeling hungry. Still to come on Daytime Buffalo, stepping back into the past. Never looked so fresh. We've got Buffalo's newest speakeasy style restaurant in the studio. Keep it here. That's